They are making a difference on 938 Live.
Hi, I'm Sarah Cheng DeWin. This week I chat with 5 facilitators from the Canon NEA Heroes Green Initiative, which aims to educate and empower Singapore youth with practical knowledge on waste minimization and management. Today I chat with Veera Swaminathan from the Sustainable Living Lab at Ground Up Initiative. He shares how he helped facilitate the Heroes Camp.
Because I think we have a lot of environmental leadership camps, and it's the dime a dozen actually. So the issue with these camps and all that is, okay, you go to the camp, rah-rah, happy, and then what happens? What's next? Environmentalism is a long-term issue. It's a lifestyle. It's a long-term lifestyle. We need to be mindful of these issues every day and do something about it for a long time. So it's not something that we done in a camp and then it's over. So Heroes program is a little bit different. It was conceived of as a 6-month program. We start off with a big bang. The camp, get them hyped up, get them rah-rah, and then we get down to the work. In fact, yesterday we had a design thinking exercise with them where we got these students to design a program for their school and to be done in a small scale at their classes. First of all, they got about 2 months to do this. So they're going to run something in January, and then they have targets for the next 2 months and the next 2 months after that. So this program is a little bit different in that it's really walking them through the entire process of what it means to be an environmental leader.
What do you think is the greatest challenge that has to be overcome in the state of the environment right now?
My take on this is that before we talk about the environment and want to save the planet and all that, we need to care for the planet, we need to care for the people around us. And getting engaged in this space really is about building a sense of community with the people around you, thousands of miles away even. That's the problem we have, right? For example, in the Yellow River in China, people pollute it upstream, and then downstream people get all the brunt of it. So to be, I think, an effective environmental leader, you have to basically care for the community first, care for the people around you and the people that you can't even see. And once you do that, you become more mindful about what we're doing to the planet, what we're doing to the earth, how it's affecting other people all over the place. And I think the environmental leadership camp, the Heroes camp actually, what I'm trying to do is basically share with the students and inculcate in them a sense of this view, of this worldview, where they see themselves as part of a much larger community.
As someone who has been a co-inventor of 5 US patents and founded startups and having done, work in the energy sector even, what do you think is your greatest contribution so far?
I'll guess my contribution is very small. I'm just getting started out. But yeah, I enjoy creating things, bringing new things to the world. This was in 2006. It was a 1-year project. We were essentially trying to deal with an issue in agriculture where we have a tremendous amount of food wastage. What happens is that farmers usually, they live from year to year, harvest to harvest. And if the harvest fails or something happens or there's a glut of crops and then the price drops and whatever, all kinds of things, it affects them terribly and quite immediately as well. Most of them live their entire lives in debt. And what we also have is huge number of farmer suicides. The number's been increasing actually, and unfortunately it still is with the climatic changes that's happening as well. Now, what we tried to do was introduce food preservation techniques. It's simple. Actually, it's just drying the fruits. But unfortunately, if you just dry the fruits out in the sun, it doesn't quite work because the fruits get contaminated, there be pathogens. Drying it in an uncontrolled environment is just not a good idea because you cannot sell it on the retail shelves. So we designed a system for them in Maharashtra where they could dry the fruits and increase the shelf life to about 8 months. The idea here is to firstly change the market dynamics of the whole system. You want to reduce, huge supplies in that harvest month, or instead of all the fruits coming in then, at least now they can space it out, they can spread it out, they can ensure the prices stay slightly higher than what they usually would be. And in so doing, trying to improve their economic situation.
So you've really achieved a lot, I think, but yet you still say that you want to achieve more. What else are you hoping to contribute back to the environment or to other communities that are facing problems because of environmental issues?
Firstly, I think most issues are actually caused by humans. not really by environmental factors. I mean, environmental factors are really a nature's response. For example, groundwater poisoning. I mean, nature doesn't poison its own groundwater. Arsenic gets released from the rocks underground, and then you get groundwater poisoning. But the arsenic only released in the first place because it started drilling boreholes that deep. What I would like to do, I mean, in future is that there's still so much of this human neglect when it comes to environment, when it comes to agriculture sector and so on. So my hope in the next few years, and my plans as well, are to do something in this space, I think, to improve the situation. So definitely we go with optimism to see if we can make something of it, and we'll see.
Veera Swaminathan. He's helping to make a change in the environmental and sustainable scene. To find out more about the Canon NEA Heroes Green Initiative, visit h3roes.com.sg. You're listening to 938 Live. I'm Sarah Cheng De Win.
They are making a difference on 938 Live.